morning from Hartlebury Station here in Worcestershire. As far as I can work out, the former least used station for the county. Just arrived in from Droitwich Spa, so let's take a little look around this rather quiet Worcestershire station. Currently here on platform number 1 at Hartlebury. As you can see, it is not quite arrow straight, there is a slight curve. So what have we actually got then? If you step off the platform, you've got a reasonable sized car park for where we are. Again, it is pay on arrival. Now you've also got information boards and everything. You haven't even got a post box. And there's the onward travel information. Then we've got a self-serve ticket machine. Hartlebury Station isn't staffed at all, so you will need to run to get your ticket from the machine. We've got the electronic time dot matrix boards, a help point, quite a nice size little waiting shelter here actually, and that is almost it here. One thing I have noticed, there is quite a nice looking sign slightly further down here. Of course, right next door, you've got the Hartlebury Brewing Co. and the Tap House Pub and Restaurant. Then you've got a nice old sign. The cool thing here with Hartlebury is there's a level crossing, which we'll have to go and explore. It is step-free access to both platforms, and you can get across one to the other as well via the level crossing. There isn't a bridge here at all. And especially platform 2 side, you have got quite a bit of greenery as well, which again is quite nice to see. You can probably see though why it is one of the quieter stations in the county. There's no housing around. There's only a little bit of industry, which is probably what most of the traffic is from. Yeah. There is some houses over there, but it's not like we're in a massively big built up area here. I'll just bring it across the level crossing. Yeah, that's a view of Hartlebury Station from the level crossing. And here we are on going to platform number 2. It does tell you there which platform you need for which side. Then platform 2, got information boards as you arrive on. Then we've got a nice little wooden bench, again help points, another shelter. Both sides have got the induction loop bits as well, which is good to see. And that is pretty much everything to show you here from Hartlebury. Yeah, there's not a lot here really. But I definitely think the key selling point is that classic old sign. So you get basic service pattern here at Hartlebury. Monday to Saturday is 1 train an hour, broadly speaking, in each direction. So from Birmingham down to Foregate Street, or vice versa, up as we are on Dorridge on Birmingham. Sundays it's a sparse service, I believe. Yeah, 4-car 197 fits in. The 5-car 172 we then saw stop and depart appeared to be just about overhanging the level crossing. How pretty does platform 2 actually look with all that greenery? Very pretty. Yeah, I have actually been to Hartlebury before, but not doing the YouTubings, just as a day visit with Dad, visiting some least used stations back whenever it was. This one and Colwell. I think the same day we actually visited Worcestershire Parkway. I think we did actually. Right, let's go have a look at the service patterns. Now, having looked at the electronic board thing there, you can see a paper timetable. Yep, Sundays here at Hartlebury is about every service every 2 hours. So just have to bear that in mind if you ever come for your own little adventure here. And saying that, before I review passenger numbers, which will be shortly, have a guess down in the comments. Go on, have a guess. To the nearest 1,000, how many you think it is? It might surprise you how busy the station actually is. But the basic history of Hartlebury, it serves the village of Hartlebury here in Worcestershire, and all the trains which serve this station are run by West Midlands Trains. They recently went back under the Great British Railways renationalisation, which is good. The station is unstaffed, as I said, and it is about half a mile to the east of Hartlebury village itself. That's about the best I'm going to be able to do, I reckon. So it was originally opened by the Oxford, Worcester and Wolverhampton Railway in 1852. And from 1862, it was then the starting point of the Severn Valley Railway, so I'm off to our time recording later on, which ran up to Shrewsbury in Shropshire, a distance of 40 miles. Passenger trains on that route ended in September 1963, but there were still local workings to Stourport-on-Severn and Bewdley until January 1970, and coal trains to the power station at Stourport ran until 1979. That branch has now been lifted, however, you can still see the formation. The original Hartlebury Station had an overbridge and canopies, but these were removed in the 1960s during a period of rationalisation on the railways, and crossing the platforms must now be done via the road, which is what I've shown you. And the level crossing barrier is about to come down. So, the old station building is now the tap house. So right there used to be the station building for here at Hartlebury. The old station building was for a while used by a marine engineering company. Now it's a microbrewery, pub and restaurant called the Tap House. I was showing you there is a level crossing that used to be operated by the Hartlebury signal station box. However, that is now all controlled remotely by the West Midlands Signalling Centre up at Saltley. Hartlebury signal box was an example of the second signal box designed from Mackenzie and Holland of Worcester, and that became operational in 1876. There was a further signal box at Hartlebury Junction, and that existed at the junction of the Severn Valley line, but unfortunately that was demolished after closure of the line, because it was then meant that that signal box was rendered redundant. So, as I say, up until December 2013, timetable change, it was a limited service in both directions towards Birmingham and Worcester, outside of the morning and evening peaks. So, from December 2013, that's when the station gained its hourly service Monday to Saturday. And then there were a few later trains as well. Sunday services were introduced in May 2022. So when I visited, I think it was July 21, yeah, nothing stopped on a Sunday. And then the three of the trains towards Birmingham actually extend to Stratford upon Avon. Birthplace of Shakespeare, isn't it? In the May 23 timetable, an hourly service operates eastbound Storage via Kiddie, Smethwick, Galton Bridge, Snowhill and Solihull. Most westbound trains run down to Worcester, Foregate Street. Some go down to Shrub Hill. They all go via Droitwich Spa. There is one train to Leamington Spa on a Monday to Saturday in the evening. And the passenger numbers. So if you correctly guessed the nearest thousand, that Hartlebury Station gets 66,000 passengers, rounding it down. Congratulations. The actual figures from the Office and Railway Road for the 23-24 recording period, Hartlebury had 50,794 entries and exits, while in the 24-25 period that figure increased to 66,184, a nice increase of 15,390. So yeah, that is everything I need to show you here at Hartlebury Station here in Worcestershire. As I say, the former least used station for the county. So it's time to wrap the video up here. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today as I've come to explore Hartlebury Station here in Worcestershire. If you like the video and the content, the history and all that, then please remember to do all the normal good stuff, like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you think of the station in the comments below. And if you do have a your own little adventure here as well, let me know in the comments. But until next time, I'll talk to everybody very, very soon. So yeah, from Hartlebury Station here in Worcestershire, choo choo for now.